Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's Favorite Asian Robot right here, and today I'm going to go through my bow build for Monster Hunter Wilds. Alright, did somebody else just enter my tent? Nah, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'm new to the game. I don't know how other creators will do videos like this, but this is my style. I'm bringing it across from other games to Monster Hunter Wilds. If you guys like it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you don't, it's totally okay. Like I said, my style is not for everybody, but I want to share my build with you. Okay, so here's what I've actually got for my particular build. I'm going to go through all of it step by step, explain why I made the choices I made, what I actually did with it, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so let me start by talking about the primary weapon. I do not use the secondary weapon ever, so you can use whatever you want in that spot. I leave that entirely up to you. I constructed an Artian Bow for this build because it's obviously a bow build, right? And if you go over here, it'll actually show you the production bonuses and reinforcement bonuses. I use the dragon element for this, and I find that this is what gives me the best damage. Of course, you can make one for every single element, but I just made one dragon one, and it worked really well. I used 2 attack type infusions and 1 affinity infusion because at the time I did not have any other infusions, and all of them were dragon type. Okay, so that helped with the elemental infusion as well. Then in terms of the reinforcement bonuses, I got very unlucky. I wanted 3 attack boosts and 2 affinity boosts, but I got 3 affinity boosts and 2 attack boosts. Ideally, you only want about 20% affinity. You do not need more than 20% affinity. 20% affinity is more than enough. All right, especially with this build. 25% is a bit overkill. Practically all your hits are going to be criticals, so yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's not bad, but I would have really loved another attack boost instead. That being said, this is fine, and this is what I've got. Now, the Artian Bows don't actually come with any innate skills, so they come instead with 3 level 3 decoration slots. So here's what I'm actually putting in for the bow. I have a critical jewel. All right, and I'm going to remove my camera for this part because I think it's easier if I go through it that way. Okay, so I've got a critical jewel, which will give me critical boost. I've got a pierce jewel that give me piercing shots, and a spread jewel that gives me spread and power shots. If you actually want to know what these do, here's what they do. So the critical boost, whenever I hit a critical hit, I am going to deal, okay, a total of, because this is level 3, all right, the first bonus, if I'm not wrong, is 3%. Second bonus is another 3%. And then another bonus is another 3%. So I'm dealing 9% extra damage every time I hit a critical. Okay? In terms of my piercing shot, in terms of the pierce jewel, what it will do is that it will increase the attack of a bowgun's pierce ammo or the bow's dragon piercer and 1,000 dragons. It doesn't matter what coding you're using for the bow. At least that's to my knowledge. If I'm wrong, please feel free to tell me. For the spread jewel, the reason why I have it is because it increases the bow's power shots and quick shots, which are your bread and butter in pretty much any build that you're going to use. All right, so this is why you've got to have pierce and spread jewels in there. They are fantastic because you are going to be using your quick and power shots a lot to deal damage, in addition to your 1,000 dragons and dragon piercer. This is how we do it here. All right, so this is what I've got for my bow. Next, in terms of the armor pieces, I'm going to go by the armor type, and then I'll tell you the decorations for it. So we're going to go step by step, all right? First is the Gore Helm. The Gore Helm comes with a chain jewel and a sane jewel, all right? What are these for? The Gore Helm gives you, as far as I know, okay, which you can see here, all right, it's going to give you Coalescence and Evade Window. Coalescence is that whenever it's active, this is something that occurs whenever you recover from a blight or status effect. We're going to use the Gore set to give ourselves Frenzy, recover from it, which in turn, okay, gives you a slight increase to elemental damage and status buildup. All right, so Coalescence is pretty good for that. And you also want Burst here, which comes from the chain decoration, because Burst, when you hit several times in a row, i.e. 5 successive times, you will get a stat boost to your attack and element, all right? And this is replaced by a larger boost after the 5th hit, okay? So on your first hit, you gain a small temporary boost, and then on the 5th hit, you gain an even larger boost. Considering the fact that your bow shoots multiple arrows, it triggers this all the time. It's always active. You're always going to have that power. All right, so that's why you have this. Antivirus increases the recovery rate after you contract Frenzy, and you gain affinity after it's cured, which is fantastic. All right, so we're gonna have that. Now, the Sane Jewel gives you antivirus. You want to stack up at least 2 Sane Jewels so that you have a maximum amount of antivirus. As you can see in this particular build, I've got maxed out antivirus, maxed out coalescence. all that kind of stuff, because that is how you get really, really strong. You want to have extra elemental damage and status build up in case you want to switch over to a paralyzed style as well. It works for no matter whatever else you want to do. All right. So Gore Helm, once again, Gore Helm with Chain Jewel, Sane Jewel. All right. So that's what I've got here. Next, same principle. Arc Vulcan Mail, you're going to use a Chain Jewel and a Phoenix Jewel. You're going to use the G Arc Velt Van Braces, the beta version, okay? Because here you can stick in 3 jewels, all right, all level 1. But Physique, Sane, Physique. Why do you need Physique? Because Constitution is so important for this particular build. It reduces your fixed stamina depletion, all right, when evading, blocking, doing certain other actions. This is so helpful in keeping up your stamina. But that's not all. You're also going to need some other stuff, all right? You want to have your Gore Coil beta, all right, with a Chain Jewel, Phoenix Jewel, that's for Coalescence, and Gore Greaves beta for the Chain Jewel, Physique Jewel, and Adapt. Okay, Adapt is necessary because environments are annoying. Okay, unless you want to just keep drinking the cold and health juices or whatever, then you can take whatever else you want. Another option for Adapt is Shock Proof. It's somewhere here. Okay, it disables damage reactions when you hit a friend or when a friend hits you. This is actually quite impressive. Some people have also told me that they like to use self-improvement. I leave this choice up to you because attack and defense increases as time passes while on a quest. This can be very helpful, but depends on what you're hunting. All right, I actually do like the Growth Jewel a lot, but the Adapt Jewel is just useful, so I leave this one entirely up to you. The Growth Jewel is not that horrendous, okay? I like to use it or Shockproof, but you know, you can just vary it as you need. All right, in fact, personally, I'll put on the Growth Jewel for this particular demonstration, but I wanted to show you Adapt in this last slot in case you really want to have that, okay? So that's it for the weapons, armor, and everything. Then last but not least is your talisman. For your talisman, I went with the Surge Charm. Stamina Surge is absolutely amazing because it increases your stamina speed by 50%, stamina recovery speed by 50%. There is no way on the planet that you are not going to be making use of stamina with the bow, since almost everything you do takes up stamina. All right, if you guys have not seen my bow tutorial, then you should already know about this. I have slightly varied my style since then because of new information, but basically you're going to use up a lot of stamina, so you better recover it fast. Okay, so stamina surge here, and of course we have the corrupted mantle. This will help you on the low level hunts to go a lot faster, so you can use the growth jewel as well to give yourself a bit more of a leg up if you want. All right, so now we're just going to eat a simple meal. So let's just throw together a meal. I don't really care what it is. There we go, good enough for me. All right, now first and foremost, I'll do a solo demonstration of this. Okay, oh, sorry, I should probably, my apologies for that. I should probably go through all the skills that we have in this build. My apologies, I'm still new to this. This is my first ever build video. I'll get better over time. But basically, in this entire build, here are all the skills that we have. Let me go through them step by step with you. Okay, we have Critical Boost. Okay, Critical Boost, as you can already see, will give you... Oh, actually, this is showing from that. Can I go through all of these skills here instead? No? Okay, there we go. That works a lot better. Okay, so Critical Boost, like I mentioned, increases the damage by critical hits. Piercing Shot, Spread Shot, already gone through. Constitution, already gone through it. But basically, we have all 5 levels, which reduces my fixed stamina depletion by 50%. Burst, we were only able to get 4 levels, and we only got them from the jewels. Now, I found that Constitution is more important than getting full burst, so that's why I did not use G-Odo in this, but you're welcome to change that. Weakness Exploit is really useful because attacks that hit weak points gain extra affinity, and you have extra affinity on wounds as well. Level 3 is good enough. You don't have to go beyond this, especially because the bow naturally has high affinity. All right, so Weakness Exploit 3 was good enough. Coalescence gives you a large increase to your elemental damage, status buildup. Antivirus, same thing. Okay, you've also got Stamina Surge, level 3, for the stamina recovery. Evade Window and Flinch Free are just part and parcel of this thing. You can't take it off. But Evade Window just helps you out a little bit. That being said, you can, as long as you're familiar with the bow's dodges, the bow has some of the best dodges to the point that you really don't need any Evade Window. The extra is just extra. And Self-Improvement is from, of course, the... growth. Now, the effects of this armor that we have is simply scale layering. It reduces stamina depletion when health is at 40% or lower. This is from the Gore Magala. And Gore Magala's Tyranny will infect you with Frenzy when you are against large monsters. Okay? and this will therefore give you plenty of affinity to go and absolutely smash them. Unfortunately, we don't take advantage of Arkveld's Hunger or Guardian Arkveld's Vitality. We are only really concerned with Gore Magala's effects, because if you are good with the bow, you can dodge everything. Now, I still cart occasionally, but for the most part, I am decent enough at dodging. Decent enough being the key word. Okay? Now, sorry about that. Like I said, I wanted to go through all the skills, and now let's actually go and get a demonstration of how we kick butt. Okay. Is there a free meal? And I just ate a meal and Tashin is offering me a free meal. God, that wounds my soul. But okay, let me first demonstrate like a solo kill, and then we can go into like a team-based thing. I'm not gonna go, because I don't want this video to be like freaking forever. I guess I can just do a quick solo of let's see what the settlement creature is. Okay, it's a Lullabarina. That's perfect. All right. Of course, somebody could join me because I'm in an online lobby, but to the best of my abilities, I'll attempt to solo, and, you know, we'll just go through and show you how this bow functions. It's not the best, but I like it a lot, and this is what I do. And after that, of course, we'll jump into a team-based hunt to show the bow's performance again. Now, with this particular bow, when I constructed the Artian Bow, I got power coating, which was absolutely fantastic, and I love it. So, okay. And yes, I'm well aware that I could pick my camp from the start, but I don't know why I do it this way. Oh yeah, that's right. It's because I like to sometimes go around and collect stuff. Old habits die hard. Okay. Perfect timing. Got some Carmex on my lips. Sneak attack. There we go. All right. Now, when facing off against something solo, feel free to use your dodges. All right. And basically, you're going to use your basic attack as well as your power shot. Now, use your tracer, because if you do, every single attack that you do is going to be practically fully charged. So abuse and use this, all right, until you can knock down the target or you get a wound. This is how we do things. Use your stamina freely and try to get coatings on your bow where possible. If you need to charge up, do so. But this is basically your entire playstyle. It requires very little effort and it's very easy to do. Like I said, it's quite good for solo. And if you dodge, you can immediately retaliate as well. Okay, so I like doing this. If I get the opportunity, I'll always hit with the Dragon Piercer. Oops, sorry. Took my button off the aim. And that should not have happened. But anyway, if I get a knockdown, then I either use the Dragon Piercer or 1,000 arrows. 1,000 dragons, whichever one works. 1,000 arrows, lol. I still mess up the... Even though the bow is like my main, I still mess up the attack names, so... You know what to expect for the other builds that I might do, or other weapons, okay? Expect your names to be absolutely butchered for the moves. Okay, if it's down on the ground, one thing which I like to do is tracer in quickly, fire like that, and then there we go, 1,000 dragons. If I put a tracer in, I usually won't use the Dragon Piercer, but again, that is my personal choice. There we go. And I'll take the wound straight away to knock it down real quick. Okay. Like that. Now, if there is a wound on it. There you go. Do it for the knockdown each time. Always put a tracer in. And you notice I'm using the charging sidestep. It just works so well. If you do end up paralyzed, then it's completely okay. You just have to deal with it. But it's not too bad, as you can see. Lala, do you mind? Jesus. Okay, if it starts to be active and there's a wound, I'll just lock on one. Okay, this was advice for my viewers. Thank you very much.
Almost there.
Alright, it works really, really well. I love doing 1,000 dragons, and then I do a charge sidestep straight away. Sometimes I get a little too greedy with the attacks, but that's how it is. Again, I'll try to just lock on one, because main damage comes from the Dragon Piercer anyway. Tracer in. Fire. Fire. 1,000 dragons. Charge sidestep. Again. Again, one more time. Charge sidestep. Oh, it's dead. There you go. Alright, so this is how this bow functions in solo runs. You're a bit limited and you don't get to use your Dragon Piercer as much. But in solo runs, this is pretty much what you could do. It's really easy. There's no need to sweat it too much. Okay? Now, group-based stuff is a lot more fun. Because when you're not being targeted, you can take full advantage of the Dragon Piercer, which does quite a phenomenal amount of damage with this particular build. So you can get a lot of stuff done and deal a lot of damage. That's what I like about it. Now, okay, let's see what lobby member quests are. Ooh, there's a arc belt. There we go. A tempered arc belt with another hunter. As long as there's one other hunter, the bow functions really, really well, and that's what I love about it. Again, it's just a fun weapon that you can absolutely use to shred your opponents. All right, but again, you still need some skill with it because, quite frankly, if you go too ham, you are going to die. And I would really prefer it if you guys not die. I don't have many viewers for this game, so please don't die too much, all right? Okay. Now, keep in mind that we do not have adapt. So you are going to need environmental protection. So make sure you have your hot drinks and whatnot. I mean, they supply you with it, but still, make sure you have your hot drink and whatnot. Take a heat mantle, chill mantle bug every now and again. All right, keep an eye on your buffs. They are in the top left-hand corner right there. So make sure you keep an eye on them. Know what you have, know what's triggering, and off you go. La 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 la. Everybody's going fight the arc. They'll have a real good time. Oh, this thing is almost dead. Darn. Okay, sorry. I mean, I could have just started a run and shown it to you and hope somebody joined, but this is much more effective. Again, my apologies for this. I didn't expect it to be almost dead, but anyway. Alright, now we're joining in the fight. So what I usually do is... Well, that is not what I usually do, and that's also not supposed to happen, but it is what it is. Okay, bye! Have a great day! Same principle. Thousand dragons where I can. Always be ready to evade. If you need to, take a quick wound. This can help stop the creature. Alright, in its place. The bow seems to be pretty unique with that, and I really like that about it. Usually after my thing, I will always use a Dragon Piercer. So here, if you don't have a Tracer in yet, you can quickly shoot... 1,000 dragons. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. You can quickly shoot your Dragon Piercer and use that to help your team dish out even more damage. Usually after something like that, I will usually just take a wound. A quick one. Could be anyone. Please let me lock on something. There we go. Like I said, I like to stop these guys in their tracks, so I usually take a wound very quickly. Now, I would not recommend always doing this, alright? Do it if you need to disable the enemy, giving your other people a chance to use all their abilities, alright? But if the wound is near to the melee, I usually leave it to them to take it. Make sure to dodge whatever you can as well. It's quite important. If you want to use the Tracer. If you want to use the Trader, you can become a Trader. But if you want to use the Tracer, okay, make sure you're doing it when you're not going to fire the Dragon Piercer or when you're up close and personal with these guys, because you're mostly going to be using 1,000 dragons. The Tracer causes the Dragon Piercer to act in really weird ways, so you may not get the full pierce, and that's usually not very cool. So I only use the Tracer if I'm going to shotgun. Basically, I say I'm going to shotgun the beast. Maybe it's not the correct terminology, but it's the terminology I use. Come on, Sacred. Get me back up there. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to be somewhat helpful a little bit. There's an ancient wyvern coin back there, and I really want it, but this is a demonstration, so I'm not going to... Ooh, wait. Oh, dear. Okay. while it's giving poor Magala a big, gigantic hug, what you're going to do is you're going to fire your Dragon Piercer as much as humanly possible. And yeah, that's what you're going to do. Okay, you're going to dodge attacks. You're going to fire your Dragon Piercer right up close and personal. Alright, that's how it's going to work. And then, if you can, use the environment as well to help your team out. Whee! Just like that. As long as you've got a power coating. Alright, Dragon Piercer away. This is what I call artillery mode, and I love it. Is he paralyzed? Oh my god, I am having Christmas right now. 1,000 dragons to your face, sir. There we go. Arc Veld Slate. Okay, so maybe not the best showing, but if you guys are interested, I had a whole stream where I used the bow. It's a lot of fun. You can also ask me to play the bow if you want whenever I'm streaming, and I will happily do so. The bow is one of my favorite weapons, and I love using it in combat. All right, but basically that's the principle in these types of missions. You go in there, you start blasting, and you do not stop. Make sure you can dodge attacks because you really don't want to cart. Okay, it's very embarrassing if you're the first one to cart, and I'm often the first one to cart, so it is quite embarrassing for me. But try not to, because you're supposed to be the range guy, all right? So this is what the bow can do. Again, sorry that I didn't get in early on this fight. If I'd gotten in early, I would have shown you guys a better demonstration, but hopefully this is enough. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it is helpful. I hope it is informative for you. Thank you very much for watching this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and especially if you like my content, don't forget to tune into my streams as well. Here are my top supporters for March. Top tipper CG Mayhem. Top tipper list includes Jess A. Davis. Top super chatter is Lawbreaker. Top super chat list includes George Tishon, Sir Tommy, Jonathan Terry, D. Russ, Matthias M, Jody Wilkins. Top channel membership gifter is Arcane Silver 300. Top channel membership gifter list includes Jody Wilkins, Chris Campbell, Matthias M, and D. Russ. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Have fun with the bow.